up, snipers? Sniper Nick here, and tonight we're gonna go ahead and dive into our watch list for tomorrow morning, which is Wednesday, May 20th. Before we dive in, always like to start off with some shout outs. First things first, we had a great group in the chat today. You guys are part of the founding group, so when we see you guys making bags, it gets us extremely excited. The first bag that I want to shout out, we have two big ones that I want to shout out today. We had a couple bags in here, which is very nice, but we had two really nice ones. The first one I want to shout out is TGODF, and that was right off the sniper scope yesterday. Our guy Chief in here ended up taking 500 plus on TGODF, and he sold it at 209. So played it in the same day for $500 profit. If we scroll up a little bit, at 1252. One of our newer members here, Chris, my man Chris, big shout out there in North Carolina, says, I know I'm a noob, but I got into NMDM at 139 this morning. That was on the biggest gainers list if you're in the chat early at 9 o'clock. And then he said he doubled his money. He was able to get out at 278. That is awesome, Chris. And who knows, man? Who knows what's next for you? But Chris, I want to say welcome, man, and good stuff on that trade. So now with all that said, let's go ahead and let's dive into the watch list for tonight, which is again Wednesday, May 20th. We got 4 stocks on the list. 2 we're actually in overnight, so this will be an exciting watch list. And then the next 2 are ones that we're really eyeing down. What's really awesome is all 4 are OTC stocks. If you guys have been with us for a while, you know that we love the OTC stocks. So this will be a good watch list to go over. And if you're new to the OTC list, then this will be good for you to study. Let's talk about the 2 stocks we're in overnight. The first one we're looking at here to the right is TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. To the left is our watch list. So the first stock on the list is MJNA. It's an OTC cannabis penny stock that broke out of its 2-month high with news in the morning. So we went ahead and bought 120K shares at 10179 as it was making a new high in power hour. Right? So we really liked MJNA because we have made good money off MJNA in the past. As you can see here, we have an alert already set for 3-1, which is probably was set way back in the day. If you guys haven't seen the alerts tip on YouTube, you can check that out after this. It's how you set alerts on TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. But since we set that alert, this thing has been steady declining. Okay, the decline kind of flattened out here, but today, check this out. It gets that pop over the 2-month high like we were talking about. So now let's zoom into the 1 day, 1 minute, and let's talk about why we like the risk. Zooming into the 1 day, 1 minute, as you can see, it got the morning pop, and then it held between 179 and 165, really 17 area. As it's holding this, creeping into power hour, we like the risk of 17. It was holding VWAP all day. We bought 120K shares as it was testing this high here of 0.0179. After we bought it, it got this nice spike. It had already made a nice move, and then it created some more support at 0.0195 for tomorrow. So we got a really nice cushion here. 0.021 is the 3-month resistance. So tomorrow we're looking for this to open in the 2s and push to test that spot, and then that spot will be telling. Now if this doesn't gap up, we're going to use this 0.0195 support as our new cut spot. That way we'll take 200 plus profit no matter what. Snipers, I saw a couple of you guys got it with us. Let's go, guys. Let's see what's going to happen tomorrow with MJNA. The next stock on the list is another OTC penny stock down here in the 3-cent range, and that's KNOS. This is an OTC 52-week breakout. That's a pattern that we liked here. And they announced they had news of a partnership with the former Shark Tank host Kevin Harrington this morning. It was holding all day going into power hour, so we liked what we saw, and we went ahead and got 100K shares at 0.039 into power hour looking for a gap up. Now this is an interesting play because we're actually down overnight. Even though this rarely happens, it happens, guys. This is an exact science. So the big key here is defense. Let's dive in to the 1 day, 1 minute, and let's see why we bought it, okay, how it ended up spiking for us. We actually were up a pretty good amount, and then it came down, and just getting used to the movement of these OTC plays when you have one that's already up 150%. Okay, that's the key here. The reason why this one was moving so wild at the end of the day is because it was already up 150%. So knowing that it's up 150%, you have to know that you're taking a little bit of a risk when you get into a stock that's up that much. Even though it's a 52-week breakout, it's up that much. So we decided, we'll take the risk. And in the last minute, we really didn't think we were going to get that shitty sell-off. However, we think it's going to gap up tomorrow. So we're going to play with this shitty sell-off, and we're going to go ahead, let our cut be tight. So we're going to have tight defense here tomorrow morning. However, what we're looking for is this thing to gap back up in the 4s and get one more push tomorrow. This thing had a nice uptrend all day. It actually ended up midday having a nice push all the way from the 3.5s to 5 cents. So it shows that it has range throughout the day. For the rest of the day, it kind of holds between this 4 area and this 3.55 area. Okay, so again, kind of a big range. So you got to understand you're taking a little bit of a risk here, and it is up 120% plus. However, it's still holding the breakout going into power hour of 3.75. As it's holding that power hour, we saw that it started to creep back up to the 4 spot, which we really liked. And as it tested it, we went ahead and slapped the 4 spot. As you can see, after we slapped the 4, it got a nice spike all the way to 4.7. We were up almost 20%, but we thought this thing could go a little bit more. We actually had our limit in already at 4.9, ready to take the bag if it got there. Unfortunately, like I said, this thing is not an exact science, so you got to be ready for all possibilities with these penny stocks. That's the reason why we like buying at the end of the day, because you really only have so much time to let these things dip. They really can't panic too much on you. All right, for this one, it was one of those worst case scenario things where this thing pops and then it just dips after that. So as it's dipping, we decided, hey, let's go ahead and average in a little bit better, and we added into our price right here at 3.8 to average down our cost to 3.9. Now it is getting a bounce to 4, but then that last minute it gets a weird sell-off, whole bunch of weird sellers step in. It's probably other chat rooms. You know, there's some chat rooms that are so big out there that they're basically manipulating the market, and it's probably some of those guys getting scared or something like that. Since we did add, we decided, you know what, we'll just play tight defense tomorrow morning, and let's go ahead and try to play this one for a gap up to see if we can get one more push, since it did have that 52-week breakout. It's got news with the Shark Tank investor, so let's see what KNOS can do. As you can see, it's very skippy, so if it does get buyers, look what happened over here, from 3.5 to 5 cents. The next one on the list, guys, another OTC play, and that is SPOM, S-P-O-M. Check out this crazy ass penny stock, going from 3 cents all the way to 68 cents in 4 days back in February. So this one has shown that it has legs. That's why we love these ones, and that's why when we put these in the chat, or if we put them on our watch list, we always say to add them to your own watch list in your TD Ameritrade Think or Swim app, because they can always come back. After this one fizzled out, it ends up coming back here in May, and now it's got a crazy run up again. However, let's talk about this most recent run up, and that's why it's on our watch list. This run up has came all the way down from 16 cents to top out at 64 cents today. Wild getting that move from 15 cents to 64 cents. So over 200% move. I would not chase this one. It's on the third green day. Even though it's coming up to the 52-week breakout, which we love to play on the OTC plays, a lot of people who've been with us for a while know how we play these plays. We wouldn't chase this one because it is on the third green day. So what we're looking for here is a potential panic dip buy tomorrow morning, or potential panic throughout the day to dip buy into. If you dive into the 5-day, 5 minutes, just to see what's going on, the daily support's at 40 cents. And then we also like it down here in the 38 area. So right around there, 38, 40 cent area is what we're looking at for tomorrow morning. So let's keep an eye to see if sellers will come in for SPOM. You never know with these ones. The last one on the list, guys, we always like to have one wildcard pick of the night. And this is our wildcard pick of the night, is SHRMF. This one is an OTC mushroom stock, some magic mushrooms. It's one of the first of its kind here. And this one is actually now on our short radar. Okay, a lot of snipers took advantage of this breakout with us last week. We actually got a video coming out tomorrow. Get ready for that, giving all you snipers a shout out. There's about like 8 of us that jumped in together. Since this one broke out of our play here of 1, it has now ran up over 70%. A lot of snipers took 20, 25, 30% bags on this, which is nice. But when it continued into day 2, we were like, what's going to happen here? And now it has continued into day 3. So we really think this one is going to have great downside when it finally cracks. So that's what we're waiting for here. This is the all-time high for SHRMF. So really not in any rush. However, since it is that third big green day, we're going to really watch for that crack to happen. If this gets one more push and squeezes shorts out, like a very nice push, we're going to be eyeing that push for a short. But we're waiting for this thing to get tired, because when this does crack, it looks like it's going to have good downside. It still has not has its first red day since it started the run up back here at 70 cents. So up actually a nice $1 from the beginning of its run up here. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it tonight. Hope you guys picked up some good new tickers for the Sniper Chat. Exciting day today, guys. Let's keep it going. Keep the content in there. Keep the questions going. Makes the day even funner and go by quicker. We got Webinar Wednesday tomorrow, so make sure you be on the lookout for the sign-up link. If you are in the chat, we'll send that midday tomorrow. We'll also send out an email. For everyone else, thanks for always tuning in with us. Much love, my snipers. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.